I spent over a week trying to decide which camera to buy, and I eventually went with the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. Stick around and you'll see some of the reasons why. Nobody likes long intros. So, by way of introduction, my name is Daniel Tuutau, and this is the channel that I'm starting to document all the things that I'm learning, trying, buying, eating, experiencing, whether I get it right the first time or not. I've been thinking about doing something like this for a while and recently decided I'm just going to go for it. Now, the the concept of perfection being the thief of completion is really important because I have been thinking about doing this for a while, and this particular video I've been hoping to make for days now, and I just kept putting it off, and I'm out of time and have to get this completed before our trip. So I decided I want to try to document some of the stuff that I have going on, whether that's for just me personally, my kids, and I figured why not document that and bring some friends along. So I'm glad you can be here and kind of experience this with me. Some of the things you'll get to know about me is that I love to get a good deal, and I love to utilize the resources at hand. And so not only do I like to get good bargains, but also document them and track them. And usually it's just for myself, but now I get to share that with some of my online friends or myself way in the future when I check this out again. Now, one of the big things that I got recently was the Pasta Pass, and that's going to be a big part of this channel going down the road and documenting that adventure. But I thought, you know what? I want something a little bit better than just my cell phone in documenting this process. I need something that's going to be a little bit more accessible. I mean, a phone's pretty accessible. You carry it with you everywhere you go. But I wanted to have something that would just kind of be dedicated for this purpose. And again, I turned to all the influencers I see online, and I've figured I want to get one of these handheld cameras. And there's lots of different brands out there, lots of cheaper options, fancier options, and I eventually decided to go with the super fancy option, but it took me a while to get there. Let's just go ahead. I'll start off with, I wanted to get a handheld camera. I looked a few options out there, and I eventually went with the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. And so here it is on Amazon. You can see I recently purchased that as well. And before I got here, though, I always go through my key areas. First, going with local Facebook Marketplace here in Utah. I also search on KSL. Second step is eBay, seeing what options they have there, and then finally Amazon, or even directly with DJI. Now, one problem with the Pocket 4 is if you look here on the DJI website, the official site, you won't see the Pocket 4 on here. You'll see Pocket 1, 2, and 3, but no 4. So I found out that the Pocket 4 isn't actually being sold normally here in the USA. Several of the people I saw selling them online were, they'd gotten them from Korea or from Hong Kong or China or something like that, and brought that over. And so I was really having the debate between the Pocket 3 and the Pocket 4. Was my big decision of trying to figure out which one I wanted to go with. And ultimately, I decided to go with the one that had the best picture quality, and specifically low light quality. Not like I would use that so much for the vlogging, but we do photography, videography, and design, and I was thinking, hey, maybe we can use this for some of our videography stuff as well. So it is a business expense, though it'll have some personal use in the process, unless this kind of becomes a business adventure as well. But having to decide on which package to get, you can see here I was able to get the 4 by itself for $650. Or you can get sort of the bundle packet. Now, this isn't the official DJI bundle. On Facebook, there are some people selling like the Pocket 4 Creator Bundle. And that comes with like the official DJI like battery pack that comes with it, as well as the mics that connect directly with the DJI. And so this little bundle here has some mics included, has a tripod, has a micro SD card, which was nice to have that in there. Does not come with the battery, which was something I'll probably have to add on down the road, but I still thought it was a pretty good deal. And the other consideration that I have is, generally speaking, I will wait a long time and try to get the best deal possible. But we have a trip coming up where we are going back east to around the Great Lakes area. We're going on this roller coaster adventure, which I'll be excited to document with this device. And so I wanted to get it in time. So some of the eBay listings were going to take too long to get here. And so I was sure to get this if I got it through Amazon, making sure it was delivered on time. Now, here's where something that I learned as well that I was super annoyed about was getting into this price right now is $679. I bought this camera like 4 days ago, and I had to pay $698, so like $20 cheaper. And unfortunately, Amazon doesn't have a price match option. If you wanted, for example, if I wanted to save the $20, what I would probably do would be to have to like return this one and then order the new one, or order the new one after this one's open and then return that one. I mean, just it's a hassle to try to do that. And for saving $20, normally I love saving whatever I can, but just it seems like too much hassle, especially going on this trip right now. So annoyed that I had to pay an extra $20, but that's life sometimes. And so the other thing that I purchased, which made my price a little bit higher, is I bought the protection plan. And so it was another $75, $77 for a 3-year accidental destruction protection plan thing. And so I decided, you know what, it would be worth getting it through this platform, maybe paying a little bit more, but then I can take this out, because this is going to be a device I'm going to be taking around a lot more than our normal gear that we use for our videography work. So I wanted to make sure that I have some way of having some peace of mind if it falls or if it breaks or something like that. So with that, I was just gonna, let's do the unboxing now. I'd been waiting a day or two to make this video so I can get this opened up. So here is the camera, in the camera, a little inception action going on there. And so opening the back, we're gonna see what we have here. So I got the camera, and then this was the gray market bundle that it came with, and we'll take a look at what came in that for this particular listing as well. All right, getting the plastic off. So as I open this up, let's see how this open up. All right, inside the pack, oh, it comes in its own little bag. Move the box aside. Little manual with a fancy sticker on it. Sealed bag. Maybe I have to cut the bag open too. And again, being the first video, you're not getting the fancy cut stuff because I don't have time to edit it. But it comes in a nice little case. Little tag on there with a zipper. Opening the zipper. Inside here is the camera in its own little sealed plastic bag. Sticky stuff to open that, and voila! There it is. Very handy. Very small. Very nice there. Also in this bag are space for a charging cable, lanyard, and I think this is an adapter mount. This will plug into the bottom of the camera and allow me to put this on a tripod. So it has a threaded attachment on the bottom, and a space here to connect directly into the camera and lock in there if I want to put that on a mount. So no battery included, and it has a little protector here to hold it in place. We will twist that off here, and then if I turn this sideways, it kind of powers on and does some stuff, but I'm gonna turn it back off because I'm not ready to use that yet. But very nice, very exciting. And then let's take a look at what came in this little accessory bundle. Now, one of the things I was looking at was just the card alone. You know, Extreme Pro 128 gigabyte card. That's usually like 30, 40 bucks for that. So $50 add-on. You know, if I bought the Osmo Pocket 4 for $650, I wouldn't get any of this add-on stuff. So this alone was worth the cost of the add-on packet. Comes with a little tripod, and so again, that little connector is what's needed for this. Sorry it's so loud. I'll be quick. Alright. And this is kind of an interesting tripod. Oh, there, it turns this way and opens up, and then you push the button to unlock it to make it open. So kind of a interesting looking tripod we got there. And then last part is the wireless microphone system. So it's a wireless microphone, some sort of Chinese brand on there. I can't really tell what the brand is, or maybe it's just Chinese that says wireless microphone. You know, when I was looking up whether I should get this or not, you know, I know for sure this probably isn't going to be as nice as the wireless mic, and I'll probably eventually buy wireless DJI mics. It makes it easier to not have anything else that I have to plug into the camera. But, you know, included once again in that same price is, you know, with the card and stuff, it's you know, hopefully going to be worth it. So we'll test this out. So opening this up, we have a little adapter. It has USB-C, 3.5 millimeter, and Lightning connectors that you could plug that in, and then two little wireless mics, and then a charging cable here as well. So I'm excited to play with this now. I don't know if this was the best decision, but sometimes you got to decide, like, okay, if I got a Pocket 3, it would have been at least $400. It's the cheapest I could see it anywhere for a Pocket 3. But maybe sometimes with the creator bundle, someone was selling on Facebook Marketplace for like $425. I drove down. They lived about an hour south, and they never really replied to my text, my messages, and then I ended up just coming back because I couldn't connect with them. And then like the next day they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I was busy. And I was like, well, I'm gonna buy the newer one anyway, so so maybe it's good that they didn't answer me. And then once again, getting on Marketplace, you could save a couple $100, but then you have the if I dropped it and it broke 3 months in, then I would have to just drop another $400, $500 on another camera at that point. So spending a little bit more and having the peace of mind of having a 3-year sort of protection plan, I thought would be worth it. And we'll be using this for some of the adventures, specifically with the Pasta Pass. I'm looking forward to that. And then we have this big trip where we're going to the theme parks. We're going on the Tuutau's Epic Roller Coaster Adventure, where we're going to be visiting 3 major theme parks and a couple church history sites along the way. You'll get to know some of my family probably along that journey. And yeah, I'm excited for having this new step and this new opportunity. And hopefully this DJI will be one of the tools to help me document things and bring you along with all the adventurous stuff that I'm doing. So hopefully that was a little bit helpful if you're looking for things, and if not, hopefully just a time that you could chill and get to know me a little bit better. So thanks so much, and if you like, smash that subscribe button. no one's gonna subscribe yet, but down the road, maybe it'll be interesting enough that you'll want to. So, thanks so much, and I'll see you at the next video.